like super quickly, okay? Okay. Would someone like to volunteer to be a co-host so that you can help me to admit people while I'm teaching so that I don't have to hurry? Okay, okay. I'm just gonna make Renelle the co-host for today, okay? Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Who else raised the hand? Stephanie and who else? Okay. Okay, Zanel. Okay, I just made a few of you co-hosts. Okay. Okay, I already made you co-host already. Okay, so if anybody comes in, can you just help me to admit them and then like rename them if their names are not properly labeled? Okay, yeah, there are some people outside already, so um help me to admit them. Okay, I just made your co-host. Thank you. Okie dokie. All right, let's go. Okay, everybody. Like I said, sorry. I'm not going to go into detail for everything. So question number one, no problem. Okay, she cannot attend, so therefore is right. Since she has not obtained, she cannot attend. Okay, now question number two is interesting. I went in and I checked this. This afternoon can either refer to present or past. Do you all agree with me? Okay, if I'm talking about it from the perspective of like morning, then afternoon is the future lah. But if I'm talking from the perspective of evening, right, then afternoon is the past. So this question actually has two possible answers. You can either write one or three. Got it? Both work. Do you understand why, everybody? Okay, because neither the library nor the office is open this afternoon, that means I'm saying that it will not be open in the afternoon. But neither the library nor office was open this afternoon, meaning I'm telling you that just a few hours ago in the afternoon, it wasn't open. Okay, so this sentence can work both ways, which is why I kind of made the point and it was accepted that both is and was must be accepted. However, please note that the nearest subject agrees with the verb. The nearest subject is the office. There's only one office. Okay, I don't know why some of you put are or were, because there is no plural subject here. There's only one subject. The nearest subject agrees with the verb for either or and neither nor. Okay, so nearest subject rule, please remember. Okay, the nearest subject rule states that for either or neither nor, okay, the nearest subject to the verb agrees with it. Okay, so in this case, the office is the nearest subject, right? And therefore, it is singular, is or was. In this case, both also can. Next, question number three. Much to her disappointment, I think 99% of you got this correct. Okay, because of the collocation of to her disappointment, this is a collocated phrase. Only much can work here. Don't ask me why, that's just the way it is. It's much to her disappointment, right? Okay, stop me if I am going through a question that you feel you need more help with. Hello, co-host, can you please admit Savesh? Y'all please help me to be alert, okay? Okay, so number four, the cashier noticed a young girl. Okay, so noticed a young girl is verb, noun, verb. Notice, verb, a young girl, noun. Therefore, this is either base form or is going to be the verb in the ing form. Okay, so in this case, right, there's no base form. In other words, it must be ing. So notice a young girl behaving suspiciously. Okay, in this case, it's the ing form, right? Behaving suspiciously. Remember, when there's verb, noun, verb, right, it always follows a base form or an ing verb form. Okay, question number five. Okay, according to the sign, anyone who trespasses, this is a law. So answer will be prosecuted. Prosecuted means that you will be judged by the law. Okay. Question number six. The girl whose painting belongs to her. Okay. Won the top prize is my cousin. So far, okay, right, everybody? No problems, okay? I'm going super fast, right? So that I can get to the difficult portions, okay? Next, the athletes were exhausted since 7 this morning. So they had been training since 7 this morning because they were exhausted. This is two. and therefore it becomes 3. Remember the 1 to 2, the 2 to 3 rule? Okay, your verb form if 2 becomes 3, if verb form 1 becomes 2. Okay, so in this case, verb form 2 were exhausted, becomes had been training. Since is also another clue. Question number 8. Can I have over there red juicy tomato? So those law, okay, because it's plural and it's far away. So it's those, okay? Pretty straightforward. Okay, all of the children is the subject here. Ignore except Sean, helped themselves. Okay, so this is the indicating or the determinate pronoun. Next, it started raining 20 minutes. This one is a co-located phrase. 20 minutes into the football match. The word is into. Okay, not within. Not during. Okay, it's raining 20 minutes into the football match, right? So 20 minutes after the game started, it started to rain. Got it? So 20 minutes into the football match, the players continue playing. I'm happy to report that quite a number of you got full marks for grammar. Okay, so well done. I'm quite happy with your grammar performance. Good job, okay? You will notice that most of you, right, your scores for this test will vary between 38, 39, and like 45, 46. Okay, so that's the range of marks I've marked so far. Okay, 1 or 2 of you scored below that, but I think the majority of you were between 39 and 46. Okay, which is not too bad. I think that's quite healthy, considering that we don't have comprehension. Okay, which is the easy part. Okay, next. Okay, engrossed in watching a horror movie. Engrossed, right, means that you are oblivious. Oblivious means that you are not aware at all. Zero awareness, completely blur, like some of you I will not mention on this video recording. Okay, so you're not aware at all, right? Why not ignorant? Ignorant has to do with knowledge. Okay, lack of knowledge is ignorance. Lack of awareness is oblivious. Okay, lack of knowledge is ignorant. Lack of attention is or awareness is oblivious. Okay, next, number 12. Mrs. Chan. This one. Wow. I think 3/4 of you got this wrong. Okay. Now, healthy eating habits are things that you recommend. Okay. They are not things that you force. So you cannot say impose, because impose means to force. And force also means to force. It's in the name, right? So you impose a fine, or you impose a law, or you enforce a fine, or you enforce a law. Now, can you see these two are very similar in meaning? Right? Very often in the exam, when you have two options that are similar in meaning, neither of them is the answer. Is that clear? Because the answer has to be unique. It cannot share its meaning with another word. So neither of these are the answers, which gives you only two options to choose from: endorse or advocate. Okay, now what does endorse mean? Anybody knows what endorse means? Because you do this all the time, you all know that you endorse things all the time. Yeah, okay. Yes, Kayla, do you know what the word endorse means?
Like you promote.
Promote? No, not at all. Not at all. Endorse doesn't mean to promote, Endorse, like for example, right, when I give your parents something to sign, right, and they sign it, their parents' signature, that's an endorsement, right? So when you get someone to endorse something, it means that you get them to recognize or acknowledge it. Okay, recognize or acknowledge something means to endorse it. Okay, so you endorse means you recognize something as true, or you confirm or affirm it. Okay, you endorse something, right? You sign something, you put a chalk on it, you are confirming or recognizing it to be true. In this case, it's not applicable to healthy eating habits because you don't recognize healthy eating habits to be true, nor do you confirm it to be true. So the answer is advocate law. Okay, advocate means that you kind of like support. Okay, you support it, right? You promote it. Kayla, this is where the word promote comes in. Okay, you support and promote something. That's to advocate for it. Okay, you advocate for someone means you support and you promote this person. Okay, right? You all know those kind of K-pop stars, those kind of like basketball players, they all have agent one, right? The person who will promote them, make them appear in all the TV series, make them appear everywhere on the billboards, make them very famous. That is called advocate for them. So the agent advocates for their player or advocates for the star that they represent. Okay, so the answer is advocate. Okay, this one a lot of you got it wrong, but it's okay. This is within the margin of error. This is not an easy question. So if you got it wrong, it's fine. But learn from it, okay, everyone? Learn, because this is a word that often comes out in PSLE, advocate. Okay, this word is very common. It's come up 2 or 3 times already that I can remember. So please know what it means, okay? But it's fine. Next one, chef, attention to detail, obviously meticulous, right? Okay, the only word that contains the meaning of attention to detail is meticulous. Meticulous means you are very attentive to every small detail. Everything else doesn't fit. Okay, so it's quite straightforward. 14, Sheena brought up, this one everybody got it correct. Okay, you brought up means that you mentioned, okay, you mentioned several good ideas. And so these good ideas were about cost saving. Question 15, this one also very easy. I'm not going to go into it. Fire drill means obviously evacuation, right? So evacuated in an orderly manner, right? Anything to do with disasters, always evacuation. Okay, any kind of drill. Next, this one also quite well done. I think average score was like 9 or 10. A few of you got 7, which is not very good lah, but 7 is still acceptable. Okay, but you should be getting 9 or 10. Okay. She was looking forward to eating her lunch while she was waiting. So Anna, while she was waiting. Okay, while she was waiting for her bus. Okay, as she took a bite, she noticed. Okay, as many of you got this wrong. Okay, as she took a bite, she noticed. Not when, not when she took a bite. When she took a bite means that when she bit, right, the biting make her notice something. No, that's not what happened. Right, what happened was as she was biting, her eyes kind of like alighted on something and she saw something. 2 things happened at the same time. Okay, so as she took her first bite, then she kept checking her watch and glancing down the road for any sign. This one, everybody got it correct, so no problem here. Any sign, she was looking for a sign, any sign. Okay, next, suddenly a young man wearing a dark hoodie walked past the old lady. This one, a lot of you wrote with. It's not with, it's in. It's in one swift movement. In one swift movement. It's not with a swift movement. You don't use with to describe a movement, right? A movement is in one move, right? In one move, Anand checkmated me, right? In one move, right? Anand, took my queen from the chessboard in one move, right? You don't say with one move, right? In one move, right? He checkmated me. In one move, he swiped the handphone from the purse. So in one swift movement, he quickly reached into her handbag, grabbed the purse. Elderly woman did not. However, this one very straightforward. Everybody got this correct, so no problems here. However, is a connector of contrast. Sarah, so did not notice, but Sarah saw everything. So this is the contrast. However, Sarah saw everything. Stop thief, she shouted at the man who was now running, right? The man is a person, right? So it's who, lor? Okay, so who was now running. Her voice alerted, right? Everyone at the bus stop, everyone, okay? Not someone, okay? Everyone, everyone at the bus stop. And then several men gave chase immediately. So several men tells you that everyone was alerted and then quite a few of them came over to help. Okay? When the old lady realized what had happened, okay, and when the old lady realized what had happened, okay, when she realized, right, she began searching frantically for her handbag through her handbag. Okay, through her handbag, she searched through her handbag. Okay, her hands were shaking as she discovered that. Okay, she discovered, what did she discover? She discovered that her purse was missing. So that's it. Okay, so no problems here. I think we are all generally quite okay with this. Now, are we coming to the last part? No, not yet. Okay. Okay so far, everybody? Am I going too fast? I'm just trying to get to the closed passage because I think that's where most of you will have alternative answers and questions, okay? If you have any questions about what I've just written, please let me know, okay? You're not sure about anything, raise your hands, okay? Okay, if not, then I go on. This one is just straightforward. You know how to spell or not. Commuted, C-O-M-M-U-T-E-D. Double M. Commuted means to travel. To travel. Like public transport lah. You commute from one point to another. You travel by public transport from one point to another. Spelled C-O-M-M. Commuted to and from school. Difficult. If you get this wrong, fine, I can accept that. 27, straightforward. This small device would affect his future. Affect is spelled with an A. Effect is a noun, right? Effect, the effect of something, okay? Affect is a verb, right? You affect something. Within months of owning his phone, he was addicted. Addicted is spelled with a double D. So again, remember I keep telling you all, PSLE likes double letters. Any letter with double letters in it, right? They will test you committee, commute, right? Addicted, all these are double letters, okay? Okay, this resulted in him staying awake until until the early hours, or you can write the word till the early hours of the morning, right? Staying awake until very early hours of the morning, okay? So until or till, I accept both, okay? Fatigue, I don't know why some of you like to spell with a Q, it's a G. Fatigue is F-A-T-I-G-U-E, not F-A-T-I-Q-U-E. Not fatigue, okay? There's no such word, And he spent most of his allowance. Not all. Some of you wrote all. Then he survived on what? He cannot eat anything. So he used most of his allowance. Cannot use all, okay? All doesn't make sense. Okay, steadily. D-I-L-Y. The Y becomes an I, remember? When you change it, the Y becomes an I. That's a very common spelling rule. Came, past tense, right? I think all of you got this correct, so no problems here. Lifestyle, yo, cannot spell lifestyle. L-I-F-E, not L-I-V-E. Lifestyle, not lifestyle. Lifestyle. And this is excessive, not excess. Excessive, not extra. How can you change to another word, extra? How many of you wrote the word extra? For goodness sake, please don't change the word to another word. It's the same word, but it's just a different form, okay? It's grammar, not changing to a different word. Okay, excessive. Never change it to another word. Okay, good. Done. Now, okay, 15 minutes, we try to finish this 1 minute a question, okay? Right? If you have alternative answers, you just raise your hands, then I will explain to you why it can or cannot be accepted, okay? Take turns, Okay, question number 1. Okay, wait. Okay, I wrote down a list of possible answers, Has. Okay, growing trend, one trend only. One trend has been linked to a rise in accidents. Anyone? No, right? Okay, quite straightforward. You either get it or you don't. Linked to a rise in accidents involving pedestrians, raising major concerns. Okay, you raise a concern. You cannot raise a worry. Okay, you cannot raise a worry. You cannot raise a problem. Okay, you cannot raise an issue because it's a major concern. It's collocated phrase. Major can only go with concern. Cannot major issue, cannot major problem because of the word raise. Okay, you cannot raise a issue. You cannot raise a problem. Zanel, yeah?
How about awareness?
But awareness cannot be major, Got major awareness and minor awareness, meh? Cannot, what? Awareness got no major or minor, what, right? You raise awareness. Yes, I agree with you. Raising awareness is correct. But the moment you have the word major there, right, it limits what you can put next to it because awareness does not come in major and minor. Okay? Issues also don't come in major or minor. Problems also don't come in major or minor. The word major limits it. Reagan?
Questions.
Major questions? But why is it a question? It's not a question, what? There's no question about it, what? You get what I mean? I'm not asking a question. I'm concerned about the injury that's being caused by these PMDs. There's no question about that, right? There are no questions. It's clear that it's happening. It's just that I have concerns about it. Okay, Reagan? It's not a question. Just because a word can fit next to major doesn't mean it's correct. Okay, in this case, the meaning is wrong. I'm not asking any questions. I am raising major concerns. I'm not raising questions. Okay, so the meaning does not fit. Okay, I take it that we're okay. Let's go on. In the last 2 years, there were at least 12 hit and run cases allegedly reported. Wait. Caused, sorry. Caused. Reported comes later. Caused by cyclists and PMD users. It was caused by them. It was caused by these cyclists. Okay. Hit and run cases caused. Okay, hold on now. Hit and run cases. The cases were caused by the cyclists. Okay, Chloe? Didn't hear you. No sound at all. No sound, sorry. Okay, Anand? Resulted by? Hey, please. Can you see the word by here? Can you resulted by cyclists? Before you ask me the question, right, you have to look at whether the word fits within the sentence. And in this case, it clearly doesn't, because resulted doesn't collocate with by. Okay, so your word must fit with the word that is next to it. You cannot ignore it. Okay, Renal? Committed? Cannot, because you committed is used for crimes, that you commit a crime. Okay, you don't commit an accident, right? An accident is not caused intentionally. An accident is caused accidentally, right? You don't go out of your way to cause an accident. The word commit means intentionally. So I commit a crime. I commit a burglary. Okay, I commit murder. That is with intention. I commit a crime. Okay, so you cannot use the word commit to describe like an accident, right? I don't think you meant to hit someone with your PMD, okay? So no, sorry, cannot use the word commit. Okay. All right, I think that clears it. Next, question 39. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this one is quite straightforward. The residential areas are where children and seniors are more likely to be present. Okay, where are children and seniors more likely to be present? In residential areas, right? Where? I think this is quite straightforward, right? Okay, y'all can see that this is the only word that fits. Okay, in a recent case, this one, I have two possible answers. Okay, reported, okay, is the ideal one, because it's newspaper, right? What the newspapers do, they report the news, right? So reported by the Straits Times, or covered by the Straits Times. Okay, so if the news is covered by a newspaper, then it means that the newspaper is reporting on it. Same meaning as reported. Okay, so reported by the Straits Times. By the Straits Times. Okay, anybody? Okay, Janelle, go. Written. No, the Straits Times is a newspaper. Newspaper cannot write anything one. Okay, if you say it's written by a reporter, then can. Reporters can write, but the newspaper itself is a non-living thing. It cannot write anything. Okay, so you can say written by. Okay, right? But it can be reported because the newspaper is publishing the news article, so that's reported or covered. Okay, but it cannot write. It cannot write. Okay, Stephanie. Recorded by the recorded. Okay, no, the wrong word here, because it's not that, record means to like tape down, right? Tape down. To record means to tape down something, or to write down something to remember, like in history. But in this case, right, that's not the function of a newspaper. A newspaper is not to record things down for history or to record things down on tape or anything, right? That's not what it does. It reports on things. Okay, it doesn't play the role of a recorder. Okay, Renel?
Published.
Cannot, because newspapers don't publish. Newspapers get published. Do you see the difference? Newspapers don't publish. Newspapers get published. Okay, so you cannot say the newspaper published something. Cannot. If something was published on the newspaper, can. Okay, so in this case, cannot use the word publish, because of the way the sentence is structured. Zahan?
Shared.
Share, no lah. Share is like a human being. I share something with you, right? In this case, it's not a human being, it's a newspaper. I remind you, this is the Straits Times, not a human being, Zanel.
Stated.
Again, same thing. A human being can state something. I state something, you state something, but the newspaper itself doesn't say or write anything. Got it? Okay, newspaper, not human being. So cannot use these kinds of verbs. Okay? Yeah, Arthur? Anything?
Adapted.
Sorry, what's that? Say again, please.
Adapted.
Adapted. Adapted meaning change from some other source. I don't understand why you use this word here. Adapt from what?
No, it's like you get it from this place.
So sorry, say again.
It's like you get this from the Straits Times.
So can you read your answer? In a recent case?
In a recent case, adapted by the Straits Times.
Adapted, right? You say adapted, right? Correct, no, Arthur? You use the word adapted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying that adapted means to change from another source, but there is no other source here, right? Adapted means you take something that's already been written and then you change it, right? But there's no evidence here that this was reported by another news agency and then you adapted it. No, there's no such evidence. So you cannot use the word adapted. I'm not sure why you're using this word adapted. What is there a reason why you used it, Arthur? Or you don't know what's the meaning of the word adapted?
Because at the bottom of the page, it says adapted by the Straits Times.
Oh, you mean here at the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, it's adapted from the Straits Times. And what this means is that this comprehension closed passage was taken from an article in the Straits Times and changed in order to become a closed passage. It's got nothing to do with the article itself. Do you understand? Arthur, do you understand? Arthur,
Yes.
do you understand?
Yeah.
What this means at the bottom here is that this was an article that was in the Straits Times that the examiner took and changed into a closed passage. Okay? That's what this closed passage is about. It was taken from an article and it was transformed into a closed passage. It's got nothing to do with the content of this article. Is that clear, Arthur? Right? So you cannot just bring in words that have no connection to what the article is talking about. Okay? So in this case, right, it's a recent case reported or covered by the Straits Times. The bottom is the source material. I'm telling you where this closed passage came from. It was adapted from a newspaper article. Okay, I'm not really sure whether you get me, Arthur, but this has nothing to do with the content of the article itself. Okay, so please don't just take that word out. You have to understand why it is being used at the bottom of the page. Don't just put it in there because you see it there. Okay, question 41. Shared path and suffered. Okay, so this one is quite a lot of possibilities. Suffered serious injuries, severe injuries, okay, major injuries, okay. Deep injury cannot. It's not about how deep your injury is. Okay. That's Chinese. 伤得很深. Okay, that's a direct translation. There's no such English expression of deep injury. Everybody, do you understand me? There are some expressions you cannot translate directly from Chinese. Okay, because some of you wrote deep, right? Deep injuries. There's no such expression in English. In Chinese, yes, you can say 他伤得很深. His injuries were very deep in that sense. But there's no equivalent English expression. You cannot say deep injuries. It does not work. Okay, Martin? Yeah.
Multiple injuries.
How do you know? How do you know they suffered multiple injuries? Right? No, you cannot say that because there's no evidence that they suffered. You mean the PMD keep on banging into them? Bang one time, bang two times, bang three times? No, right? Yeah. There's no evidence of that happened, okay? It's not about how many times the injuries occurred or how many injuries there are. So no, I will not accept multiple injuries. Even though it fits grammatically, it doesn't fit meaning-wise. Okay, Mongshan?
Great injuries.
Great. Great. No lah. Again, this sounds like a translation from Chinese. Okay? 伤势很严重 or serious or great grave injuries. Cannot. In English, there's no such expression. Injuries are not great. Only human beings are great. Great men are great. Okay? Like great men, like I don't know, Winston Churchill, Lee Kuan Yew, these are great men. But injuries cannot be great. You can't have a great injury, okay? No, no such expression. Okay, next. I'm assuming no more. Okay, good, good. Please continue to bring up this because it surfaces errors that you will not make again in PSLE. Safety what? Safety rules are flouted. Safety regulations are flouted. Flouted means they are not followed. Flouted means not followed. They are broken. Okay. Followed. Okay. You cannot say law because a law is not safety. There's no such thing as a safety law. Okay, it's a safety rule or safety regulation. Okay, safety law is not correct. Will you?
Mr. Pang, what about standards?
Safety standards. I wouldn't use the word standards in terms of safety because safety is not a standard. Safety is a requirement. Got it? A standard is something that you may or may not meet or reach. But in terms of safety, you must always meet it. It's not an optional thing. Okay, so not a standard. Okay, Aiden?
How about precautions?
Safety precautions? No lah. It is either you take precautions but you don't say you take safety precautions, right? You take precautions. You don't take safety precautions. These two words don't go together. Okay, Aiden? They don't fit together, right? Anybody else? No. Okay, I think a lot of you wrote precautions, right? Yeah, I think I saw quite a number of precautions lah. Okay, unfortunately, I don't accept it. Okay, next, 43. PMD related injuries involve people from different age groups, across different age groups, of different age groups. Okay, from, across, of, all I accept. At least I think so. Should be okay. All accepted. Okay. Anybody else? In can or not? In cannot. You cannot say in different age groups. Cannot in. Okay. All right. Good. Then let's move on. This shows that careless riding can lead to is a collocated phrase. You lead to grave consequences, right? Okay. You lead to serious injuries and grave consequences. Lead to. Most of you got this correct, so I'm not too worried about it. Aiden? Yeah.
How about result? Oh, wait, no, never mind.
Cannot, right? Because of the word to. I already highlighted already. You cannot result to. Okay, so medical professionals have warned that even low speed collisions can, could, or may, or might. Okay, can, could, may, might. That pretty much covers everything, right? Anybody? No? Okay, so question number 46. Increasing the, this one, a lot. The risk, increasing the possibility, increasing the likelihood, increasing the chance, increasing the odds of such collisions. Okay, many possibilities. Increasing the risk, the possibility, the likelihood, the chance, or the odds. Okay, I don't know whether chances is accepted or not. I'm checking it now. Okay, so if you wrote chances, hold your horses. I think several of you wrote chances. Okay, what's the difference between chance and chances? I don't know. I'm still checking. Okay, but I've heard people say reduce the chances of before. So I know for sure that such an expression exists. Whether it can fit here or not, I'm still checking. So please be patient, okay? I've already recorded that down as a possibility. Anything else besides what I just wrote here? No? Okay, very good. I also think don't have. Okay, next. The last few then we're done already. Yay! Just a little bit over time, okay? Then we're done for the week, right? So, and obey and follow, okay? And observe, okay? Existing laws, okay? So you obey, you follow, or you observe the existing laws. Okay, anybody else has anything? Yes, Hanan?
Does a bite fit here?
Does what?
A bite.
A bite? No, abide. You need by. Abide by. There's no by here. You can't abide existing laws. You have to abide by. But if you have the word by, yes, then it's abide by. Existing laws is a very good expression. But here there's no by, okay? So cannot, sorry. Okay, next. Public agencies have also introduced campaigns to, promote, okay, to encourage safer riding habits. Cannot develop, habits are not developed by campaigns. Campaigns cannot develop habits, so cannot be developed. Okay, yeah, Martin?
Support.
Support? Cannot. Campaigns don't support safer riding habits. Okay, you have to make sure that it fits the meaning of the sentence. A campaign does not support anything, right? A campaign promotes or a campaign encourages. Kaelan?
Enforce.
No, campaign is the opposite of enforcement. Enforcement is law already. Okay, a campaign is like a suggestion. Okay, but a law is like you have to do it. So no, it's the opposite. Cannot. Rinel?
Enhance.
Enhance. Introduce campaigns to enhance. Okay, so campaigns cannot enhance riding habits. Okay, again, the campaign does not enhance anything. It's not some superpower to make things stronger. Okay, Motion?
Teach.
Teach. No, the campaign does not teach. Okay, the campaign promotes. Okay, campaigns are campaigns lah. They are not teachers or courses. You can say the course teaches me to be safer on the road, but it's not a course, right? This is a campaign. Okay, a campaign is like a poster, right? It's like all the ads on TV, right? Those things don't teach you. They promote a particular kind of behavior. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, next 49. And very straightforward lah. Stricter enforcement and better public education. I'm linking the two together in one. Enforcement and education. Okay? E and E, alliteration, enforcement and education. Okay? Next. Nobody else. Oh, yes, Dylan?
Can write for.
Enforcement for public education. You mean you enforce the law for education? No lah, cannot be lah. Okay? They are two separate things. It's not one thing lead to another. If you put for, then you're saying that enforcement is for education. But enforcement doesn't lead to education. Okay? When you enforce the law, people get punished. People don't get educated. Okay? So they are not two things that are connected. They are two separate things that are connected with the word and, not for, right? So it's not one thing that leads to another. Okay? No. Next, no more. Okay. Last one. Riders must slow down at junctions and show consideration. Okay. Now, what this means is that the riders must slow down and they must pay attention and be responsible and be, aware of the pedestrians. Cannot put care. Care means you stop your PMD, get down from your PMD, go over and help the old lady to cross the road. That is care. That's not what this campaign is for. Is that clear? It's not to show care. It's to show consideration. You are aware and alert to the needs of the pedestrians. Okay? Will you?
What about respect?
Huh? As in you get off your PMD and bow. You get off your PMD and then you kneel on the ground and kowtow to them, is it? Is that how you show respect? No lah, it's not about respect. Okay? It's about showing you're being considerate to other road users, other pavement users. Okay? Consideration. Okay? It's okay, don't need to be embarrassed, it's fine. Dylan, yeah?
Mindfulness.
Show mindfulness. Mindfulness. Okay, no, because mindfulness doesn't mean what you think it means. Okay, mindfulness means to be living in the moment, not worrying about the future. That's what mindfulness means. Okay, so please be careful how you use words. I'm not talking about being mindful of the future and living in the moment. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about being considerate to the people around me. Okay, Kaelan?
Concern.
Okay, I'll record that now and I'll check. You wrote concern, Kaylen? You wrote concern, is it?
Yeah, think so.
Okay, all right. I'll check for you. Just don't send me on a wild goose chase and in the end you didn't write concern. Okay, I only want to check what you actually wrote. Okay, don't make me waste time checking 1 million other things. Okay, fine. Anybody else? No? If not, then yay! Thank you very much. Okay, I will finish marking your papers by today. But so far, so good. I think the highest was 46. Okay, the lowest was 33. Okay, so nobody was anywhere near failing lah. Okay, yeah, but there are some people at the maybe the AL5, AL6 area, but most of you are scoring, I think AL3, AL4. Okay, not too bad, right? I haven't gotten anything higher than 46 at the moment. Okay, but if I do, then I'll let you all know on Monday lah. Okay, but generally not too bad. More important than the marks though is I'm very heartened by how many of you were highlighting and you were annotating and you were putting in a lot of effort into noting down what are some of the possible meanings of words and stuff like that. That makes a big difference. Okay, and I can see that it's already improved your carelessness rate, right? You are less careless now. Your marks reflect that lah. Okay, and honestly, I think that there's already an improvement for me, so I'm very happy with the annotation part. Okay, whereas your marks have improved, but I think can improve some more. Okay, but good job, everybody. Please keep it up. I really appreciate the effort you're putting in. I don't know whether you all want to continue morning practice or not because that doesn't seem to be very popular. But it seems like the morning practices have helped you a bit lah. So I don't know. I let you consider whether you want to continue doing morning practices in term 2 or not lah. Okay. But the last week of the term we have no more morning practice lah. Okay. Right. So you all can just come later. In this last week, we'll just end the term in a more relaxed manner after we go through this paper. Okay. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Not too badly done. Thank you very much for putting in the effort. I really see it. I appreciate it. Do you have any questions? During the March holidays, I will be organizing some Zoom sessions. Okay. So I hope that you all make yourselves available. We will have longer form sessions. We'll go through entire papers together. We'll work through vocabulary because I think that one of your weaknesses is vocabulary. Another weakness is your spelling. So we're going to go through some commonly misspelled words so that you all will be prepared for editing, right? And lose less marks there. This time, the comprehension closed passage, you all did quite well. Okay, I think I'm recording like lowest marks like 7 or 8. Most of you scoring above 10 upon 15, more than 10 upon 15. So very good. Yeah, so I think this time around much better than your end of year examination from P5. Okay, so I see market improvement. So keep up the good work. Okay, guys, I can already see the improvement. If we keep on going at this rate, right, by the time we hit PSLE, we'll be in the optimum form. We'll be in top form. Then we'll be able to do the best that we can. Okay. One final note, please don't compare with other people, okay? You all just compare with yourselves and improve yourselves year on year, month on month, good enough already. Don't need to go and look at other classes. Can? Right? Okay, that's all I have to say. Thank you very much, everybody. Goodbye. Enjoy your weekend. See you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Pang.
No problem. My pleasure.
Mr. Pang.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mr. Pang.
Bye. Who was that?
Bye,
Who was that
Leo.
scary voice that
Bye
said Mr. Pang?
everyone. See you on
Bye-bye.
Monday.
Wait, Mr. Pang.
Yes. Aiden, yes.
Well, what's the answer to the last question of vocabulary?
On vocabulary. Evacuated?
Okay. That's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Pang, do you know my
Yeah.
AL score right now?
I haven't marked your paper yet for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.